Today I'm talking about leadership and the Third Reich, what this has to do with our world today. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about the problem with the lack of leadership, because that era was not about Hitler. He may have been a great orator, an influencer of people who could spin a good tale, but he did not have that many minions following him to be able to do what he did if the silent majority had spoken up. The atrocities that the Third Reich was able to create, to manifest, those things would not have happened without the silent permission of the masses. And this behavior is predictable. It can be tracked throughout history. Every rise of a dictatorship or an authoritarian government comes about because of a lack of leadership, because of a lack of people believing in themselves and that their voice can make a difference. It's a very natural human response. It's part of our instinctual programming. When we sense something very different going on that might signal danger or a threat of some kind, it's a very natural human response to put our blinders on. We go into freeze response. We put our heads down and just continue with our daily lives and hope it will get better, or tell ourselves it'll get better because it always has before. And we don't do something because it's easier not to than to figure out what needs done and how we can contribute to a solution. We're in unprecedented historic times right now, and the world stage has a lot of issues that need solved. You'll normally hear me talking about the environmental crisis because that's the number one issue. If we don't save our planet, the rest won't matter. And people aren't speaking up because it might require inconvenience, or it's just too overwhelming of a problem to figure out how to fix it. One person doesn't have to figure it out alone, though. The problem is there aren't enough people caring and digging in and trying to do something. You don't have to have all of the solutions, but research the topic. Look into it, or whatever's going on in your local community or your national government. Research what's going on and speak up. Advocate for the changes you want to see in the world so that we can have a world. Advocate for what you want, because the worst scenario anybody wants to be in is looking back thinking, I should have done something. I had no idea it was going to go this badly. I should have spoken up and done something. All of those normal, everyday citizens living in the Third Reich, they weren't horrible people. They were scared. That's it. They were scared. And so they hid and went into freeze mode. Instead of planting their feet and fighting for what they believed in, what was right and what would be a better world for them and their children. And of course, I'm using generalities. There were a lot of people that did show resistance and fight, but we have to speak up and fight for what we believe in. And I'm not advocating for violence. I believe in peaceful revolution. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.